I think this is going to be the last part of the template tutorial, the OpenStage control template tutorial, and I'm going to show you why I am doing this. I want to connect several devices, clients, to the template and control via them. So what I have here is a Raspberry Pi and an Android phone. You will see them in a few seconds. And I have to say that the template is buggy at the moment, so there are some additional steps that you hopefully will not have to do in near future. But I wanted to get this tutorial part off my chest, so this is why I'm showing you. And maybe you're running into trouble somewhere else. Maybe this will just help you figure out what's going wrong. Okay, let's hop into our interface. As always, Vimix is running already. We are starting the template. We are going to paste our path into here, press enter, and we are going to reload the open scene. So here we are, it is syncing, and now I will have a look at the settings tab, at this QR code. I'm just fiddling around here with my phone for a second. Okay, there we are. So you should now be able to see my desk. Exactly. So if I'm scanning this code, I will quickly I can quickly open the template on this phone. So this here is the additional step that you hopefully won't have to do in future. But for now, unfortunately, it is not automatically loading the client. It's this file here, the client JSON file. No matter what I try and do at the moment, it does not automatically do it. In the module, there's already parts and bits of code that should provide this function, but it doesn't at the moment. So what I have to do at the moment is press these dots here and and open it manually. So I have done this in the past a few times, and I'm going to do it again. So as you can see, it is loading. It takes a bit of time at the moment, and now exactly as you can see, the difference here, the biggest difference is in the settings tab. There is an additional button, and that tells me that I am now on the client JSON file. Okay, I'm going to make this full screen. Okay, so this is for the moment it for the phone. I just want to show you that it is also possible with another device. So this is a VNC connection to a Raspberry Pi. I'm just firing up Firefox here and want to do the same for this one. It doesn't have a camera, so I cannot scan code, but I could actually type it in, or I have made a little preset here, a little bookmark, and I can fire this up. So again, there is this additional step, I think. Let's see what it is doing. Takes a little time. The Raspberry Pi actually is maybe not the best maybe not the best device to have that running. Yeah, exactly. As you can see, it's the same surface as on the main machine. That means it did not it did not load the correct file. So we are repeating this step. Load this UI client JSON file. This will even take longer. Okay, what we have here is finally the client the client session file. Okay, so I'm going to full screen here also. At least I'm trying to. The lag is, yeah, don't be mad. don't be mad. Okay, we have the Raspberry Pi, we have an Android phone, and of course we have this the main session. Clients are running, and as soon as I'm going to change anything on the clients, the host will respond to that. We can control it here, can control it there. Buttons work. This is nice. Okay. I'm not going through any details of the tabs here. I hope you just enjoyed the previous tutorials. There's only one thing I want to show you. Maybe you have already seen this in the address bar. You can add additional features to clients when you load the interface. They are documented here on the page of Open Stage Control. It's at the docs client options. You would just like this example here, you would have to additionally to the IP of the client, you would have to type in a question mark and then divided by ampersand if you want to combine several of these, the feature that you want. For my Raspberry Pi, I have frame rate control that tells it don't go higher than 15. And what I do for all of my clients that I connect, I give them an unique, this is important, they have to be unique. I give them unique IDs. So this is maybe the important part here. And what it does, let me just show you on the phone here. If I go out of the full screen and I reload this with an extra ID, there it already is. Funnily, you can see, I think, that if it loaded once successfully, it reloads successfully. So yeah, as I said, don't know what is going on here, but once you loaded it for this session, it will be it will be the correct one. Okay, with this addition of an ID for these two devices, I can now have a look at this little button, at this modal, it is called pop-up menu. I can have a look here and see exactly which clients are connected to this session. So there's a double entry of the IP50. This is the Raspberry. No, it's not the Raspberry Pi. It's the phone, because I once loaded this session with an ID that is randomly given. I think, I don't know if it's random, but yeah, it's pretty random. And now with the ID, I gave it manually. So a nice table where you can see what is going on, which clients are connected. And this is it for the moment for the clients. Nothing more to show you. The sync button here, as I said, it's a little bit messy and buggy at the moment. So normally, if you turn this off, it should not sync the tabs on the other devices. It still does. I don't know what's going on. I will fix all these client problems in hopefully in near future. Hopefully you can get your devices working with this little workaround I showed you, but everything else should be pretty much working, as you can see. No matter where I control what, it does its job. Okay, and this is it for the clients. Now I'm just cleaning up the mess here, and I will be back in a second and show you how to additionally hook up your MIDI controller to this. Yes. See you in a second. With a somewhat clean desk now, and my MIDI device is ready to be hooked up to this template. Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you. Maybe it's a good idea to have some light that you can see something. Okay. So, in the upper left corner, these Korg Nano MIDI devices, 3 of them that I want to hook up. For this, you should go to your project folder where the template is pasted into, and you would open up the OSC module JS. You can use whatever editor you want, but I'm using Visual Studio Code here. This is the first file I'm going to work on, and the second one is here in the OSC routing tables folder, the routing example JS. As you can see, just for a little explanation, you can if I move it here, yes, for a little explanation. This is now a little bit easier for you to connect your MIDI controllers than I showed you in the previous tutorials, where I was talking about open stage control and MIDI controllers and how to combine them. It's a little bit easier because now we have this routing table, I call it. In this JS file, actually it's only a list of addresses and the incoming value of your MIDI device. So what it does, let me show you. I think here it is somehow important that you set up your host string to the IP of your machine where Open Stage Control is running on, and everything else should be fine. In the OSC module JS, go to the line where it says MIDI devices. Okay, here we are. So if you have several MIDI devices connected to your PC, and you're telling Open Stage Control what these devices are on which ports, in and out, as I showed you in the previous tutorial, it should look something like that. So I have 3 devices. The drums are not connected at the moment, but already in there. So I have the Nano Control, the Nano Pad, and the Nano Key with these tokens, NKTRL, NPad, and NKey. And I'm just going to remember NKTRL. And in the JavaScript file, I'm going to change the port to NKTRL. And after that, I just want to show you that we can do this on the fly. If I save the file, Open Stage Control tells me if there is something wrong with the JavaScript file. It tells with the module file, it tells me, it gives me an error, but we have successfully loaded it. Okay, so now since my Nano Control, since my Nano Control is in here and now is attached to the module, I can tell the routing example file what I want to do. Don't be confused, this is not my first device, but my first device faders. You can leave it as it is, as long as you're not renaming it. It will be detected. If you want to rename this for the first device, for the Nano Control, you have to change it here also. But it works as it is. Nano Control now. Since this is all in the same if statement for the Nano Control, it only is looking for the Nano Control incoming messages. Hope this is somehow clear. Hard to explain for me. I hope this is clear for you. So now I've already something in here, so I'm working with the variable Vimix source address, because this is always the same as long as you want to address a single source. And the same goes for the batch address. It's always the same as long as you want to address a batch. So I'm combining now the the value of the incoming MIDI message with an address. And this is the address Vimix /pound_o alpha. What this means is, if you want to have a look at all, where is my where's my folder here? If you want to have a look at all the addresses that you can refer to, just open the HTML file in this API specs. So, oh yeah, some shortcuts that are also working on the template here on the surface, keyboard shortcuts, and this is the address table. So you can you can sort them here, and this is by default sorted by the tabs, and everything, not everything, but most of the faders, knobs, and buttons that you are interested in. So maybe I'm just wrong. We were about 01 alpha. Also, we are addressing Vimix directly. This is something different. Of course, this is not going to control any of the sliders here directly. It's sending its message directly to Vimix, and thus by the feedback it will sync here. But what I wanted to show you is, as soon as you changed that to the name of the MIDI device that you hooked up here, it will work. Save it, check if everything is okay successfully, and then if I'm going to the slider, it is syncing. Okay. Just for the sake, because they are still open, this is the Raspberry Pi. Have a look at me moving the slide on the MIDI controller. It syncs, and again fiddling around on the phone, having it up. There it is. I will bring in the window. Now I have one. You cannot see it like this. I have one MIDI controller connecting all of them. Yeah, and as you can see, my fader is already broken. Yeah. Clean your stuff. This is my advice. Keep your stuff clean. Okay, so since I only have these two here in the table at the moment, these are the only ones that are working for now, but I easily could go and say, and do this for the next one. As I remember right, this is number 4. If I save this, it should be reloaded successfully, and I now can move, yeah, the third one, but I hooked it up to the same, and I don't want that. So from now on, it should be the third one. Okay, this is very nice. So now if you see something on the template that you want to control, you could go in here and search for the address. So, and now I hope this is going to work properly, as we're not going to address Vimix now directly and sync it via feedback, but controlling the template. So maybe we have a button, what could be the Save SQ button. So the address, yeah, this is the address you're interested in. Save SQ. This would be this button here, save as Q. This is the address. I copy this one, go to the routing table and say that my first device knobs should be the number 14 here, should control this address, this Q save button mix. So just to see that there is nothing in here, I could now save this, and now, yeah, which button is it? No. So these are all connected to first device button. Yeah, these are the knobs. This is just wrong. I mean, yeah, I'm not that concentrated anymore. Play pause button. As you could see, it was already moving, but if I now hook it up to this, we should see that this button here, yeah, hopefully you can see the little flickering. It does its job. And if we have a look here now, yeah, a lot. Okay, this is just not right, because as you can see, this is a push button, and at the moment my MIDI controller sends this as a toggle button. You can see this by this one is pressed once and it's off, pressed twice and it's back again. Yeah, be careful what you hook up, because push buttons are not toggle buttons and the other way around. There are switches and whatnot, but that's a very easy way, I think, that you could hook up your MIDI devices to this template. And this will finish the part of the tutorial about this template. Maybe in future there will be some additions, as I'm in contact with Bruno Herbelin, the creator of Vimix, and he is always changing and adding features and functions to his software. I'm really excited about still really excited about Vimix, and with the next parts, I am going to show some more features of Vimix. This is it for now. I hope you can get something useful out of this template, and don't hesitate to contact me if there is any problem. So via YouTube, or maybe even better on the GitHub page, paste some issues. And I will try to improve the template. That's it for now. Have a nice day. See you soon.